Good evening, Tewksbury. I call this meeting of the Tewksbury Board of Health to order. It is 6 p.m. Meetings can be viewed live on YouTube, Tewksbury TV, Comcast Channel 6, and Verizon Channel 33. Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, thank you. So we are all present here today. Okay. So we are going to do the approval of meeting minutes for January 15th, 2026. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from January 15th, 2026?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion has been put forward by Susan, seconded by Pam. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none, chair votes aye as well. Those have passed. Now we'll approve the minutes for January 22nd, special meeting minutes. Do we have a motion for that?
Motion to approve minutes.
Okay, motion put on. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, motion put forward by Chris, seconded by George. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hear none. Chair votes aye as well. Motion passes unanimously. Great, thank you. All right, so for new business, we will, it's the consideration of appointing Jody Gay as Special Health Agent, Animal Control Officer.
I have a question to the chair. Can I just ask if Jody is related to former selectman, I can't think of his first name right now. Anyways, do you know that?
I have no clue.
David Gay and his wife? I'm just asking because I like David a lot.
Oh, no, I don't know if there's any relation.
One other question is college education. Is there anything I could ask? Can I ask?
So I will just preference that the health department did not hire and/or have anything to do with the job description.
Yep.
Correct, you are actually right. Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Please.
from my understanding, it was the police department, and I did see something come through, like in a snippet on social media, regarding some vet tech training, a
I
lot
know
of.
she had a lot of experience.
Yes, a
That
lot
was
of
always
experience in the
college.
background. There's a bunch of photos. I saw the whole thing. But yeah, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't involved in the interviews.
Okay.
But I will just say that Tewksbury is hired their own animal control. We separated from Billerica, who was previously our animal control officers for a few years.
Okay.
Good, very good.
Okay. Great.
If there's no other discussion, I make a motion to appoint Jody Gay as a Special Health Agent, Animal Control Officer.
Second.
Okay, motion has been put forward and seconded by Pam. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Next will be on new businesses, probably going to say this wrong, Crescio Trucking. There's an outstanding fine operating without a permit, so
They here.
I can give a
yeah, if you want to give a
little
brief.
synopsis.
Yes, please.
I did put some of that information in the packet, but, so they have a location that was dumping before 7, and due to our regulations, you can't pick up before 7 a.m. The neighbor has a Ring camera, there's timestamps, it was verified on 2 occasions, so on the second occasion, I wrote them a $100 fine. I sent that certified along with a photo of the timestamp of the photo that we got. And now permit renewals are due February 1st. They get 4 notifications through the permitting system My admin also reached out to them. I reached out to them. They didn't renew on time. And we wouldn't be able to issue their permit unless they paid the $100 fine, because when there's money due to the town, we're not able to release permits. The owner of the company disagrees with the fine, did not want to pay it because he doesn't believe that he did anything wrong.
But you have a timestamp. Excellent.
He asked how to appeal. On the back of the ticket, there's information of how to appeal to the courts because that's a legal ticket. It gets sent off to court. And he then inquired how much his permit fee costs, and I said $400. And he said, oh, great, then I'll save $400 by not getting a permit, to which I said, then you can't operate in Tewksbury. And he stated, well, I have a lot of locations in town. How are you going to stop me? And so as of today, he still has not paid and has no permit.
To the chair, he said, how are you going to stop me? Well, I'm going to make a motion that even if he pays $500, I'm requesting him to be here, and if he doesn't want to be here, then his representation. I'm going to make that motion. You don't have to second it, but I am, because I want the guy here.
So in
Why
our,
should anybody have to pay a permit if they don't choose to? And then have that attitude? Plus, I'm sure he wasn't too happy about what the neighbor had to say.
in our regulations,
Yep.
there's a clause for violations, and
Yep.
it's,
So I'm looking at that. So there's
Yeah.
the 14.0 penalties. Any person found in violation of these regulations shall be fined upon conviction, not more than $1,000 per violation. Each day of noncompliance shall constitute a separate and new offense. Any person who is issued a permit, which that's not the case right now, is found to be in violation of these or any other applicable rules and regulations may be subject to the immediate suspension and revocation of said permit, license, or registration. So he hasn't paid, so he doesn't have a permit currently. So if he is operating, then he is in violation. And it's my understanding it would be $1,000 per violation per day. Every day that he is, yep, okay.
well, no more than.
No more than $1,000 per day. We can go lower, but we can do $1,000 per day per violation.
So my understanding is we either catch their company in town. I mean, we know there's places with their dumpsters in town, so how do they get picked up if they're not coming to town? So to me, that's proof that they're still
Right.
operating
Well,
in Tewksbury.
Yep,
Most likely, the places where they do pick up, there are cameras.
yep.
And I told them that they were on the agenda, and
Okay. I hear what you're saying. And I'm also reading these regs. So I think, first of all, we should make sure that they pay the outstanding $100 dumpster violation fine, plus all the permit fees and late charges. And every day that we find that they are operating, they're, they have to pay that in full failure. And we have to figure out what the amount that we want as far as each day, and it's up to $1,000, so that's what we can discuss. So up to $1,000 a day as a fine, and then failure to comply can result in further enforcement and criminal penalties as well. I think it's Mass General Law 111 something, section
Madam
something.
Chair, again, if nobody wants to second it, but there is a motion on the floor before that.
Okay, so there is a motion on the floor for, can you repeat your motion?
Motion that we ask this business, if they pay it, the 400 and the 100. And I have to say it that way because we haven't decided on the other part. Regardless if they pay that, we request them to come before the board at the next meeting.
Okay.
Or the owner or his representation. meaning a lawyer or whoever.
So whether or not that they, whether or not that they pay that they're in front of the
Yeah, but
board.
they can think that they're okay with the board. They're not okay with me because I don't.
Yeah, no, but
If
my
you're going to
question-
talk like that to a director of
Right.
a
No, my
department.
question is it whether or not they pay that they come in front of the board next month?
Correct.
Okay, so there's been a
'Cause
motion.
I want them to know that we know that there was a timestamp.
Yep. So I
Our
think this is, I
director
think
isn't
this
just
is
doing this
multiple, yeah, I think
to
this is
make a-
multiple parts. So, okay, so there's a motion on as far as having them come in front of the board, whether or not they pay the permit fee and the $100 fee?
Correct.
Okay, whether they pay the fees that are currently outstanding, that they come in front of the board next month. There's a motion. Do we have a second?
You could also add on to the
Yeah.
motion, too.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the first part, I would say.
And
Yep, I think that, I mean, that would be the first one. That doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. So, yeah, we can add more. We can still continue discussing.
so I will second that motion.
Motion has been put forward and seconded. So by George, seconded by Susan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. So yes, we will put forward that they must, whether or not anything is paid, they must come in front of the board to have a discussion. Now, what I would also recommend and entertain a motion would be to, that they must pay the outstanding dumpster violation fine plus all applicable permit fees and late charges within, today is Thursday. This has been ongoing since,
I wrote the violation in November.
November. Okay.
Jan, can I ask one question? I realize that it's the responsibility of businesses and so on to be aware of these rules and regulations. However, is he notified in writing, or it was just in a conversation with you? Did I miss that?
So they got the ticket in writing along with the cease and desist. And then.
So that
in the-
$1,000, though, that, it's in the letter, or that's
Oh,
just?
no, they're unaware
I was
of
just curious. Thank
the fine.
The penalties are it's up to $1,000 that we
I know.
can, yeah. So
I know.
that's not in, I think it would have to come from us before they can send out a letter stating what,
Okay.
yeah.
What
So,
I would,
mean, as a business, I believe people need to be aware of these. You know, you don't operate a business without checking what the regulations are.
Yeah.
Could we,
I would put the, like, whatever's decided
Right,
in a letter
in a
Yep.
certified to
yeah,
them.
certified, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
absolutely. Yep. Because this is the letter that was sent, it's in the packet, yep. And then that it was received, the violation
I
ticket.
didn't go far enough in my pages.
No, that's okay.
And I just add,
That's okay. So yeah, so I'm willing to entertain a motion to, again, pay the outstanding $100 dumpster violation fine plus all applicable permit fees and late charges. And then I would say honor before, so this has been ongoing since November. I would say, especially with that attitude.
I
March
have a
1st.
question, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
If I ask, when did his permit expire?
They expire by January 31st.
January 31st, okay. Okay. So, to be honest, I would look at giving him no more than a week.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking
agree.
Tuesday, the 24th, but that's just me.
No,
See, I was
I
going
was-
to be generous and say March 1st, but
See, I was saying, or if today is Thursday, so if we wanted to do a week, that would be Thursday, the 26th.
yes.
So, and this is just, again, we can, this is a conversation, so I'm thinking, by honor before the 26th. And then that no permit is, to operate be issued until all amounts are paid in full. And then if we do, so it's kind of a two-part. And if there is any concrete evidence that they are still
Operating?
operating, thank you.
You're welcome.
If they are still operating, I'm like 5 things in my mind. If they are still operating, then this is where we would have to decide what would be the fine, the penalties per day.
Okay, so I'm going to put forth a motion that they must pay the $100 and the $400 on or before February 26th?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So a motion has been put forward that they must pay the outstanding 100 fine plus permit fees and late charges.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. And do we want to go ahead and put in what kind of fine they would have so that way they are already aware of the situation, that if it is not paid, this is what we're going to be stipulating?
Yeah, what if, I was
don't-
thinking numbers, what if we started low at $250 and then each day, or maybe every 2 days that they don't pay, it goes up, it doubles? Or maybe like from 250 to 450, I'm kind of throwing numbers out there. Instead of slamming them with 1,000 right away.
Yeah, it's
start
up,
off
it's,
small
yeah, it's
and
no
then
more than
increase it.
1,000, so you can
Right.
start as low as you want, you just can't go over $1,000 per violation, and that would have to be a proven violation, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And when you say violation, does that mean if he picks up 3 times in a day, is that 3 violations, or is it just 1 violation?
Maybe if we
Is for
stuck
the
it to
day.
like a daily violation,
Yeah.
like if he went to 7 different places and we slammed him
Would
with
be-
250, that's going to go over. So if it was like per day,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can't, yeah, because you can't do it per, I don't,
per violation.
unless you do it a standard amount per day or enough that you would know that it wouldn't go up to,
Okay.
I mean, you could do the 250 per, I mean, if you wanted to, you could do 250 per pickup up to $1,000 a day.
Yeah, that's, yeah. 'cause
Or
it says
if we
each day of-
did 500 a day instead of starting at 250, because, I mean, part of me just wants to be like, you know what, you're going to play like that, we'll play back, and now you have to pay $1,000 a day, but
I mean, did he even give the reason why, like, but you have it time stamped,
There was a new driver.
okay. But then so he recognized that it was originally,
Spoke to the driver,
okay, and then said that there was nothing,
happened again.
Okay.
Spoke to
Okay.
the driver again.
same driver? We don't know.
who knows? Okay, okay.
So it seems,
Point of information is the daily charge starting after the 26th, because I would prefer not to go back to the,
If he doesn't.
I would
pay.
prefer not to go back to the January 31st.
On what grounds?
I think we're just,
So
no, I
he's
just
already,
think
so
we're,
is, I
I
mean,
don't even know if he is aware of that, and that doesn't mean
he is aware, he literally stated
aware of that every day.
that he doesn't have a permit, and he's still operating.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And he stated
So-
he's going to save that $400.
And he was going to save $400
And still
by not doing that and still operate. That's what was stated here. So I don't think we should go back like prior, but I think up until, if we know that if there is anything that we can find, or, because obviously it has to be verified. We have to have
Correct.
concrete proof that there
Correct.
was some type of and there's no permit on that day, and there it
So
is,
do we
right?
want to go back, do we want to give our department a job to go back to every day since the 31st?
No, I
And
think we
ask,
should go
and
with
ask
the
for camera
26th,
stuff? And
starting
see,
with
I don't want to do that, but
Well, because he's late, the fee's already doubled on his permit, so the permit fee is now $800.
correct.
Okay.
And then the outstanding $100 fine.
Yep.
And then whatever we proceed
Okay.
forward.
That's, yeah.
So so 2 things. Let's come to an agreement on how much we want to do per day, per violation, and then when do we want that to start?
I would like to suggest that it starts, give him the chance to pay his fees and fines and have it start after the 26th if he does not pay anything. And he starts still continuing his business, continues to operate.
Okay.
Do you have any number on per day after that?
I'm thinking 500.
Per violation?
Yep.
No.
Per day,
Per
yeah,
day.
per day
And
violation,
what day is the 27th? Is that a Friday?
yes.
Yeah.
So starting on the 27th, if he doesn't pay, it's a $500 fine per day.
That is verified that he's operating without the permit. Okay, so can we entertain a motion with all of that information?
I'm going to put forth a motion as of February 27th that the company will get fined $500 per day if he is still operating without a permit.
And I will second that motion.
Okay. Motion put forward by Chris, seconded by Pam, that as, if they're found in violation after non-payment on the 26th, so still operating without a permit, then it would be $500 a day, each day. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. Okay, did you get all that? Perfect. Great. So looking forward to seeing them next month. Okay, so let's proceed with the next. So this will be the compliance hearing of 711 to 280 Main Street. So we'll now open the compliance hearing for 711 2280 Main Street. We just need a motion to open that.
I motion to open the compliance hearing for 7-Eleven.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion put forward by Susan, seconded by George. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none, chair votes aye as well. The motion passes unanimously. Okay, so, let's see. Do I need to, let me see my packet.
Are they here?
It's in there.
Where is my blurb?
It's towards the back,
It's the last 3 pages.
right after the
packet.
copy of the fine.
The notice of hearing. Okay, notice of hearing, attendance required. The Tewksbury Board of Health will hold a non-compliance hearing on Thursday, February 19th, 2026, at the Tewksbury Town Hall Main Hall, first floor, 1009 Main Street, Tewksbury, Mass. This meeting starts at 6 PM. That's what I'm reading, right? Okay. It has been scheduled due to your establishment's second violation of the sale of tobacco product to a minor on January 9th, 2026. The first violation occurred on October 6th, 2025. This hearing is scheduled pursuant to Chapter 11, Section 11.20.1.1 of the Board of Health Regulations entitled Restricting the Sale of Tobacco Products, which requires a fine of $2,000 paid within 21 days of the date of issuance of the order and an appearance by the tobacco sales permit holder or their business agent before the Board of Health to explain the plan they have developed to avoid additional violations. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact. So this was the letter that was sent out. Is anyone present? Thank you. Shannon, do you want to briefly summarize, or do you want me to read Ron's?
If you want to just read Ron's, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So Ron, who is the tobacco agent, was unable to come today. So again, it was noted, so 7-Eleven, there was a correction cease and desist order tobacco product sale to a person under the age of 21, violation which occurred October 6, 2025. That was the first one. It was noted during the meeting that this was a first violation, not a second violation. Then, okay. I don't think this was anything that he wrote.
There's a thing in the packet right before the letter that you read.
Okay. Because I was looking at my email.
Is that it? You have it?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So on January 9th, 2026, at approximately 10:35 a.m., the 7-Eleven on 2280 Main Street sold a tobacco product to a person under the age of 21 in violation of State Law 105 CMR 665.010, in parentheses A. They immediately paid a fine of $2,000. This was a second violation. The first violation occurred on October 6th, 2025. According to section 11.20.1.2 of the Tewksbury Board of Health Regulations restricting the sale of tobacco products, a second violation calls for a suspension of a tobacco product sales permit for at least 1 day and up to 7 consecutive business days. On October 16th, 2025, the Tewksbury Board of Health held a hearing to the section 11.20.1.1 of its regulations regarding the sale on October 6th, 2025. The purpose of the hearing was to inquire about the plan 7-Eleven had developed to avoid further underage sales. Store manager Peter Sullivan testified that henceforth their cash register systems would require an ID scan for all customers seeking to purchase a tobacco product. A mandatory ID scan system is a benchmark for responsible safeguards against unlawful underage sales. I applaud Peter and the ownership of implementing this strict policy, and I have no doubt in my mind after his determination to prevent future sales with this ID scan policy. Unfortunately, even the strict policy has an Achilles heel, the ability for staff to scan their own IDs. Such was the case with the unlawful tobacco sale on January 9th. Moments after the sale, the underage purchaser explained to me that when she asked for the tobacco product, the store associate asked for ID. When the underage purchaser answered that she did not have one, the associate took it upon herself to scan her own ID. Upon entering the store several minutes after the sale, I provided Peter contact information for a retailer who uses a mandatory scan system, but with the additional security of entering into that system the driver's license numbers of all employees, thereby blocking their use for tobacco sales. In summary, I feel 7-Eleven has acted in good faith and acted swiftly to improve their cash register system. It's likely that either implementing a very strict training and monitoring policy to prevent staff from using their own IDs or implementing a scan system blocking employee ID use will further tighten the store's already strong policy for preventing underage sales. So that was from Ron. Thank you. So I'm going to open it up. If you'd like to state your name and address, and then if you have anything to state.
Peter Sullivan, 3 Hart Way, Billerica.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris Pendleton, 10 Meeting House Road, Wyndham, New Hampshire now.
Thank you. And then just make sure you write the paper. Thank you.
I apologize we're even here. This is obviously not what we want to be in the meeting room for. I've been in that building now for 34 years as an employee / owner. Fortunately, over the years, these have occurred. The system we thought was pretty strong, but it obviously did have the failing of an employee scanning their ID. Pete's taken some actions on that to verify on a daily basis where we can do that. Almost half the staff can't scan their ID anyways because they're not over the age of 21. But obviously, as they get older and stay with us, that would change. We have a history of employing high school students and college students. And unfortunately, this happened this time. The question, I remember I watched the hearing last time, I was not here. I just had a back procedure. Could not drive or sit. I know there's a question about retaining the employee. If that comes again, I'm sure I would. My knee-jerk reaction at the time when I got the notice from Pete was, she has to go. It's a willful act to violate our system to do it. He asked me to consider. And it is tough environment nowadays, dealing with public, obviously, anybody who does it. The new system offers us challenges from a sale point to legal customers as well. There's two things that really make it difficult. A lot of people don't want your ID scanned. They worry about what data we keep, even though we don't keep anything besides a very basic birth date in the system. But I've had my identity stolen, so a lot of customers don't want their ID. Some people don't carry their ID. The other thing is, a lot of people don't carry a wallet at all. They pay just with their phone, and they don't have an ID. So there's a lot of stress on the clerks to do their job on a daily basis, deal with the public. So while she clearly shouldn't have done it, and we've training everybody never to pull their own ID again, to leave it in the car, she did in this instance. I can't speak to her day-to-day, whether she's had bad interactions with customers. She's never complained to me about it, but I know there's some stress there. So obviously, we don't want to be here, and we acknowledge that it happened. We paid the fine right away. We try to do our best. Obviously, we failed in this instance.
Okay.
He can talk to what his new steps.
So going forward, as Chris mentioned, our system stores a very limited amount of information when we scan IDs. What it does store is the date of birth and the last 4 digits of their license. So in the morning, when I have an employee who was of age, who does have the ability to scan their own ID, I just go into the system, I search the entire journal for their date of birth, verify make sure it matches up with the last 4 digits of their license. It doesn't, I move on. If it does, that's when I look further into it, and haven't had to yet, but take action if need be.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
I have one.
Yep.
It's almost 3 months to the day from the first violation, so when I saw it come up, I was a little shocked, because I know you had established a really good plan. I was like, okay, that's great. The question I have, and I don't know if you're going to know this, was it the same person?
It was not.
It was not, okay. And is there any type of signage someplace that will notify the public or the buyer that the only information that's stored is their date of birth and the last 4? Because that might ease their anxiety a little bit if they know ahead of time.
I do not have signage like that, but that is not a bad idea at all. I actually appreciate it.
We've verbally communicated it, but we've never thought.
Yeah, but sometimes people just, they don't listen. They hear, but they don't listen. I'm guilty of that myself. But I think if there was some type of signage prominently displayed, that they might be like, oh, okay. But you can also tell them that, as a reminder, but that's all I had.
Anyone else?
To the chair, my only question is, this document, from Ron, and I wish I could ask him, but does it say that we have to give it 1 to 7 days? I know this thing implies that we do, but
Yeah, how I'm reading it. And that's the thing, clarify, because I wanted to clarify
Jan, do you
too.
have anything on that?
I'm trying to pull up the regs.
Okay, please.
Yeah, because it's not clear if it's mandatory suspension or call, because calls for and mandatory are two
Right,
different things.
correct.
I do have a question for you. So he had mentioned that he did give you some information for a retailer who uses with added security of entering into the system, the driver's license numbers of all the employees. Have you, and then blocking that for tobacco sales, have you looked into that?
So we have a limit of using the 7-Eleven provided POS system.
Okay.
So that wouldn't be an add-on that we can add to the technology we have. That's why he's doing the daily, so we have all the information obviously in our payroll data, their license numbers so that's why he's reviewing them after their shifts, because there's no way to add on to our current system.
Okay, so you're reviewing after because that's the only way that you would be able to review is after there's already been a purchase.
Exactly, yes.
Okay,
Along with reminding the of-age clerks
yeah.
on the regular now that,
So there is.
scan their ID.
So there is still a potential, and this would be, like, obviously you're training your employees but it would still be a potential for them to do that. You would just catch it right away.
Yes.
What would happen if you caught someone doing that?
So it would probably depend on the circumstance. Now, if they did it for an elderly gentleman, it's probably going to be like, hey, we just really can't be doing that. We've had trouble in the past. This is something that just can't happen. If they're doing it for a 30, 35-year-old kid, at this point in time, it would be goodbye because we can't take any more chances, unfortunately.
Okay. Because people don't look their age.
Yeah.
So,
So, one of the things I use is if you look younger than 40, you card them. And did you say you did fire the person who did this?
We did not.
We did.
Didn't?
We did not.
I,
She's a part-timer, a mom with a young kid. Pete, my first instinct was 100% to do so.
right,
But it's tough. I understand the day-to-day.
I know,
Right, I've been
unfortunately.
ringing a register for 34 years. I understand it can be tough, and
I've had to do it in the past, so I understand. But I also know that when you do it, it doesn't happen again, because you then get a reputation that if they catch you, you're fired. So by letting her not go, you never know if it's going to happen again unless you catch it.
I found
They have nothing to
the,
fear.
You found the
Part of the
regular, yeah.
it says, in the case of a second violation within 36 months of date of the current violation, a fine of $2,000 shall be issued, and the tobacco product sales permit shall be suspended for at least 1 day and up to 7 days
Shall be.
consecutive, up to 7 consecutive business days.
So that's where it's that like shall versus must. Right? Is that how I'm understanding it? Because there's the wording of must and then there's the wording of shall. So, okay,
Historically, they have been suspended.
Correct,
Was it consecutive 7 days? Not necessarily.
correct.
At least 1 day.
And the other,
okay.
You,
yeah, because I've been on the board, so
Yeah.
the only other thing that I want to say is that, and we should consider it, is that whatever number we make, because of them doing it in the past, we usually let we do usually ask the facility what days, like, let's say a certain week or something, we ask either what days on a certain week or if we do 7, then a certain week. I mean,
Okay,
I'm only for a day, but at the same time, I don't mind if we start saying like, people make more money on a Friday or Saturday because they usually get their checks Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you want to do 1 day around the time they get more money or something, I don't know. I don't really want anything more than a day. I think the folks got the message.
okay. Any other conversation, anything? Do we want to entertain a motion?
yes.
Okay, so I'll just start then. If someone would like to entertain a motion to suspend the tobacco product sales for 1 day. Do we have to pick the day?
No, but do you want to do like the past, they've let the folks do it?
Well, I didn't hear what you said, George. What did he say?
I feel like you do need to pick a day.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
I'm fine with starting to do that.
Because that would, yeah, okay. So before we do this, and it's not about how, is there anything that you would need to do to plan to be able to do this? Like, so if we suspend it for a day, is there something that you would need to plan ahead of time to be able to make sure that this all
It's
goes?
sales suspension, not receipt of product.
Correct.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
Yes.
there's.
So product
Trucks
sales.
come in, we.
Yeah, products, yeah,
Is it
product
like a
sales.
case that can be
Thanks
locked
for,
or something like?
Yeah, so product sales,
We'll blanket it.
Yeah.
There's no real case, but.
product sales, yeah. Is there a time that you, like a time frame that you would need, just to
Like,
prep?
make signs or something like that.
Or to block
the
it off
day
or
of.
something, like,
Yeah, it would take a couple of days prep to make sure we know who's on schedule and it's communicated thoroughly, because we're not there every hour of the operational day.
Okay.
And block, I mean, he opens every morning, so blocking it off is not an issue.
Okay.
He can take care of that. It's just a matter of making sure that, if it's tomorrow, it'd be a little tough to make sure the staff's
Yeah,
100%
no,
ready.
Yeah.
We're not going
Me
to
working overnight, and
Not doing that.
so.
Okay, so I'm going to say one, the suspension of tobacco product sales permit for one day on Tuesday, the 24th.
Tuesday, the 24th, that's right.
is that enough time for you guys?
I think so.
So I will put forth a motion to suspend product sales for one day on Tuesday, February 24th,
2026.
2026.
I'll second.
Okay, motion has been put forward by Chris, seconded by Pamela. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. And so obviously and then will you be sending out a notification or anything? Do you do that? Do we?
I don't believe
I don't think so. Okay. So, yeah. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and hopefully this doesn't happen again. And I get it, but just, keep in mind and keep on thinking of ways of potentially figuring out that, whatever, so that they can't use their cards, their licenses, and things like
Worth
that.
mentioning
So,
to corporate.
yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Motion to close the hearing, yeah.
You have to do that.
We do, somebody does.
Yep, someone has to put a motion to close.
I'll put forth the motion to close the hearing for the 7-Eleven.
Okay, so there's been a motion to close by Pam. Anybody second?
I'll second.
Seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. Compliance hearing has now been closed. Now, we are going to have, I would like to entertain a motion to open the public comment section of the meeting, where residents may speak on any matter within the board's public health jurisdiction. Do we have a motion to
I
open?
would like to motion to open the public comment.
Do we have a second?
I will second.
Okay, so motion put forward by Susan, seconded by Chris. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well, unanimously passes. Is there anyone here that would like to make any public comments? No, there is none. So can we make a motion to close the public comment section?
Motion to close the public comments section.
Second.
Okay, motion put forward by Chris, seconded by Pamela, before George. And all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? I hear none. Chair votes aye as well. Public comment section is closed. Okay. So next is old business, which we have here, the best update continuation. So would you like to, or do you want me to?
I can summarize.
Okay, great.
The hearings started last week before the state citing board. Last week was the company's expert witness testimony, where interveners were able to ask questions of their expert witnesses. That ended on Friday. And then this week has been the DePalma Sheehan's expert witnesses giving their testimony and answering questions from interveners. That concluded today, and next week will be the town's, I guess, witnesses. It's our town manager and the expert witness company, Hiller. That will be Monday and Tuesday, and if needed, Wednesday and so on. But not Thursday, because the siting board has their own hearing for their new regulations that are supposed to be coming out March 1st.
Great. And everyone has, there is, I believe, a link for people to watch after the fact as well, or even live. They're just not able to comment. And a lot of the key topics so far have been noise, EMFs, fire, explosion risk, a lot of the same things. So, I think the hearings are still ongoing, like you mentioned. No decisions have been made. And then everything else will be with the briefings that follow before any issuing of rulings. So more to come on that. And that's pretty much it on that. Any comments, questions from the members on that?
And did you say that they were in Boston, the hearings, or were they
They're virtual.
virtual? Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
they're
thank you.
virtual.
I will just say, if anyone has any questions they would like me to ask of the town, meaning board members, if they could get them to me before, obviously, Monday.
Yep. Yeah. Send them to Shannon because she's able to she can look at them, review them, and then ask the questions, which has been really useful. I know you had some that you asked before, so that was great. Okay. Any other comments, questions from the board members on that? Okay. So next would be the Health Department report. So,
The Tewksbury Wellness Committee, it has put together a Tewksbury Wellness Together event, which will be March 10th at the high school at 6 PM.
great.
The Health Department is partnering again with the Senior Center to do our community health fair during Public Health Week, which will be April 2nd from 2 to 4 at the Senior Center. The state has a summer internship program. I believe they partner with college students, and Tewksbury applied to potentially have an intern for the summer.
Good,
Oh, nice.
good,
Great.
excellent.
Yay.
I do have a comment, if I could.
Sure.
I've gone to the two before that at some time during my office, being elected by the people. I wanted to say the community health fair at the senior center was awesome. Was really awesome.
Yeah.
So if you can at all get away from your work, I obviously plan on being there.
Nice.
I would think that the wellness one is that's in March 10th is going to be awesome too, because
Yes.
they're
Yes.
it's business, it's vendors and other kinds of organizations. So it's, public health related, mental health, almost anything you can imagine.
Yeah.
Business is going to be there as well, so as they are in the other one.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many yet, but I'm going to say at least 50, maybe 100. I don't know.
That's
'cause
great.
I didn't add them up in my head. But each one of us on the committee had about, well, depending on the person, had between 10 and 20 or 30 people that they were contacting.
That's
And
great.
most of them are coming. So it could be kind of big.
Yeah. Should be really, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. And then next would be the board member reports. Does any member wish to mention anything, say anything?
That's where my report would have been.
Okay, perfect. All right. Awesome. So with that, is there any further business to come before the board? I hear none. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
No, I'm entertaining a motion.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'll second that emotion.
There's been no motion put
motion.
forward.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank
I
you,
will
Chris.
second that.
And it's been seconded by Susan. Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye as well. Motion passes. It is 6:50. Have a good night, Tewksbury, and thank you.
Thank you.